Across time and tide, whispers of a bygone era echo through the ages. They tell tales of a people shrouded in mystery, their customs as captivating as they are unsettling. We venture into the heart of Europe, 2,000 years into the past, to uncover the secrets of the ancient Celts. Their legacy lingers in the mist, a tapestry woven from myth, legend, and a profound connection to the natural world. The Celts, a diverse group of tribes, once held sway over vast swaths of Europe. From the rolling hills of Ireland to the sun-drenched plains of Turkey, their influence resonated far and wide. They were a warrior people, fiercely independent and deeply spiritual. Their lives were governed by a complex system of beliefs, where the seen and unseen intertwined. These beliefs found expression in rituals, some bizarre and unsettling, yet profoundly revealing of their worldview. These ancient rites offer us a glimpse into a time when humanity's connection to the natural world was visceral and immediate. Join us as we delve into the shadows of history, piecing together the fragments of a civilization long gone. Prepare to be captivated, and perhaps even disturbed, by the bizarre rituals of the ancient Celts. Their story is a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers in our collective memory, whispering secrets on the wind, waiting to be heard. The Celts left behind no written records of their own. What we know of them comes from the accounts of outsiders, often their enemies, and from the whispers of their traditions that survived through the ages. This lack of first-hand knowledge only adds to their mystique, painting a picture of a people deeply connected to the natural world and ruled by superstition and ritual. Imagine a world where every tree, every river, every hill held a spirit, where the rustling of leaves was a message from the other side, and the cry of a raven held a prophecy. This was the world of the Celts, a world where the veil between this life and the next was thin and permeable. Their priests, the Druids, were masters of this world. They were the keepers of knowledge, the interpreters of omens, the intermediaries between the gods and men. They held the secrets of the herbs, the stars, and the human soul. Their rituals were designed to appease the gods, ensure bountiful harvests, and maintain balance between the seen and the unseen. These rituals, often shrouded in secrecy and conducted under the cover of darkness, were not for the faint of heart. We will uncover the truth behind the whispers of human sacrifice, delve into the unsettling practice of headhunting, and explore the sacred groves where the Druids held their mysterious ceremonies. But the story of the Celts is not just a tale of the past. It is a story that continues to resonate in the present day, often in ways we may not even realize. Their influence can be seen in the folklore and traditions that have endured through the centuries, echoes of their beliefs reverberating in our modern world. Think of Halloween, with its roots in the Celtic festival of Samhain, a night when the veil between the worlds was at its thinnest. Or consider the enduring popularity of herbal medicine, a practice deeply intertwined with Celtic beliefs about the power of the natural world. These are but a few examples of the enduring legacy of the Celts, a testament to the power of their beliefs and the enduring allure of the unknown. As we journey deeper into their world, we'll uncover the threads that connect their ancient rituals to our modern lives, revealing the unexpected ways in which the past continues to shape our present. So, prepare to journey with us back in time, to a world of mystery and magic, of fear and reverence. The Celts may be gone, but their stories live on. Their whispers echo in the mist, waiting to be heard by those who dare to listen. The Celts' relationship with the divine was complex, a tapestry woven from reverence and fear. They believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own domain and desires. To appease these deities, they engaged in rituals, some as awe-inspiring as the heavens, others as chilling as the grave. Among the most unsettling of these practices was human sacrifice. Though the exact extent of these sacrifices is debated, evidence suggests they were not uncommon. Roman writers, often eager to portray the Celts as barbaric, describe these rituals in gruesome detail. Prisoners of war, criminals, and even innocent victims were offered up to the gods, their lives extinguished to ensure victory in battle, a bountiful harvest, or simply to appease a wrathful deity. These sacrifices were not acts of wanton cruelty. They were deeply ritualistic affairs, steeped in symbolism and imbued with spiritual significance. The victims, often seen as messengers to the gods, were sometimes drugged or given alcohol before their deaths. Their passing was believed to nourish the land, appease the spirits, and maintain the delicate balance between the mortal and the divine. Imagine the flickering flames of a bonfire illuminating a circle of stones. The chanting of the druids fills the air, their voices rising and falling in hypnotic rhythm. A hush falls over the assembled crowd as the chosen sacrifice is led forward, their fate sealed in the flickering shadows. It is a scene both terrifying and awe-inspiring, a testament to the power of belief and the depths of human superstition. The human head held a special significance for the Celts. They believed it to be the seat of the soul. This belief manifested in head hunting. Victorious warriors would decapitate their enemies, taking heads as trophies. These heads were believed to hold power, displayed prominently in homes and places of worship. They offered protection, guidance, and access to knowledge. Some accounts suggest embalming these heads. Imagine a warrior's hall adorned with severed heads, each head a silent sentinel, a grim reminder of war. The air thick with the scent of blood and incense. This fascination permeated Celtic art and mythology, symbols of power, fertility, and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Death was seen as a transition to another realm. The Celts' reverence for nature extended to specific locations they deemed sacred. Towering forests, hidden glens, and secluded groves were transformed into open-air temples, places where the veil between the worlds was thin and the spirits could be more easily contacted. These were the domains of the Druids, the keepers of Celtic lore, law, and spiritual wisdom. Imagine stepping into one of these sacred groves. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. The air is alive with the sounds of nature, the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, the murmur of a nearby stream. Yet, there's an undeniable sense of something more, an unseen presence that sends shivers down your spine. It was in these sacred groves that the Druids conducted their rituals, their voices blending with the sounds of the forest. They practiced their nature-based magic, calling upon the power of the trees, the stones, and the spirits of the land. They brewed potent potions from herbs and plants, their knowledge of the natural world rivaling that of any physician. Within these groves, they taught their wisdom to initiates, passing down their knowledge through an oral tradition that spanned generations. The secrets of the universe, the mysteries of life and death, the language of the stars, all were whispered beneath the boughs of these ancient trees. The Celts lived in tune with the rhythms of nature, their lives governed by the turning of the seasons. Their calendar was punctuated by a series of festivals, each marking a significant point in the agricultural cycle, or a time when the veil between the worlds was thin. These festivals were times of great celebration, but also of solemn reflection and spiritual observance. Samhain, celebrated on the eve of November 1st, marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the Celtic New Year. It was a time when the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead was at its most permeable, and spirits could easily cross over. Bonfires blazed, casting eerie shadows across the land, as people gathered to honor the dead and seek guidance from the other side. Other important festivals included Imbolc, celebrating the return of light and the promise of spring; Beltane, a fire festival marking the beginning of summer and associated with fertility and abundance; and Lugnasad, a harvest festival honoring the Celtic god Lugh and celebrating the bounty of the land. These festivals were deeply ingrained in the fabric of Celtic life, shaping their worldview and influencing their relationship with the natural world and the supernatural realm. They were a time for communities to come together, to celebrate their shared heritage, and to reaffirm their connection to the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. To modern sensibilities, the idea of human sacrifice is abhorrent, a relic of a brutal and superstitious past. Yet to understand the Celts, we must shed our modern prejudices and view their actions through their own beliefs. For the Celts, Sacrifice was about maintaining a reciprocal relationship with the divine. Imagine a world where nature's forces held sway, where a late frost could decimate crops. In such a world, the gods were powerful forces that needed to be placated. Sacrifice was a way to offer something precious for the gods' benevolence. The Celts believed in a world inhabited by spirits influencing every aspect of their lives. Human sacrifice was seen as the ultimate act of appeasement, restoring balance and harmony. The Celts' fascination with heads, particularly those taken in battle, might seem gruesome to modern eyes. This practice stemmed from a belief in the power residing within the human head. For the Celts, the head was the seat of the soul and a conduit to the spiritual realm. By taking the head of a vanquished enemy, a Celtic warrior believed he was absorbing strength and wisdom. This act was imbued with spiritual significance. Skulls and images of heads were frequently incorporated into Celtic art and religious iconography. They adorned torques, symbolizing strength, status, and a connection to the ancestral realm. Heads were also carved into stone, cast in bronze, and woven into intricate patterns. The Celts' fixation on heads reflects a universal human fascination with mortality and the afterlife. Their complex cosmology and deep connection to the spiritual world captivate us today. The Celts' reverence for nature ran deep. They saw the natural world not as something separate from themselves, but as an integral part of their existence, a source of sustenance, inspiration, and spiritual connection. This profound respect for the natural world found its ultimate expression in their sacred groves, hidden pockets of wilderness imbued with an aura of mystery and power. Imagine stepping into one of these sacred groves. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth, moss, and decaying leaves. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting an ethereal glow on the forest floor. Ancient trees, their gnarled branches reaching towards the heavens, stand like silent guardians, their roots intertwined with the very fabric of the earth. For the Celts, these groves were more than just places of natural beauty. They were living temples, thresholds to the other world, where the veil between the physical and spiritual realms was thin. It was here that the Druids, the keepers of Celtic wisdom and spiritual knowledge, conducted their ceremonies, communed with the gods, and sought guidance from the spirits of the land. Within these groves, the Druids practiced their nature-based magic, harnessing the power of herbs, trees, and natural elements to heal the sick, influence the weather, and divine the future. They believed that every aspect of nature held a spirit, a consciousness that could be communicated with and, to some extent, controlled. The sacred groves were their sanctuaries, places where they could tap into the raw power of the natural world and commune with the forces that shaped their lives. The Celts lived in tune with nature's rhythms, celebrating 4 major fire festivals: Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane, and Lughnasadh. These festivals marked significant points in the agricultural cycle and spiritual journey, connecting the tribe with their ancestors and the natural world. They honored the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, ensuring the wheel of time continued to turn. The Celts' legacy is etched in standing stones, burial mounds, and hill forts across the landscape. Stonehenge, a testament to their astronomical knowledge, and burial mounds, seen as portals to the otherworld, reflect their spiritual beliefs. Hill forts served as centers of power and refuge, showcasing their ingenuity and complex social structure. Halloween echoes the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, marking the end of harvest and the start of the dark half of the year. The Celts believed the veil between worlds thinned, allowing spirits to cross over, celebrated with bonfires and divination rituals. Traditions like carving pumpkins and wearing costumes have roots in Samhain practices to ward off and confuse spirits. Herbal medicine rooted in Celtic practices is experiencing a renaissance. Druids, guardians of herbal wisdom, believed in the spiritual essence of plants, using them for healing and spiritual growth. This holistic approach to healing, blending nature's wisdom and spiritual insight, is being rediscovered today. Celtic folklore, rich with myth and magic, offers a glimpse into their beliefs and values. Tales of fairies, the Tuatha De Danann, and heroes like Fionn McCumhale reflect their reverence for nature and the other world. These stories, passed down through generations, are a repository of Celtic wisdom and a reflection of their worldview. The Celts' influence continues to resonate in Western culture, from the names of days to art and music. Celtic art and music, with their intricate designs and haunting melodies, captivate and connect us to the ancient world. Their values, respect for nature, community, storytelling, and the other world, shape our worldview today. The Celts' deep connection to nature and the other world offers a captivating worldview. Their rituals, born from respect for nature, remind us of our interconnectedness with the earth. Their stories, echoing through time, invite us to rediscover the magic within ourselves and the world around us. Modern Druidry, inspired by ancient practices, emphasizes nature environmentalism and interconnectedness. Picture a modern Druid ceremony in a city park where participants reconnect with the earth. This revival reflects the enduring power of the Celtic worldview, offering guidance and meaning in our modern age. Celtic symbols, music, and stories have been embraced in popular culture. Intricate knotwork tattoos and haunting Celtic music evoke a sense of ancient mystery and connection. The popularity of Celtic culture reflects a yearning for connection and a more enchanted world. The influence of the Celts extends even to the silver screen, where their myths, legends, and visual aesthetics have provided fertile ground for filmmakers. From the sword and sorcery epics of the 1980s to the big-budget fantasy adaptations of recent years, the Celts have become a staple of the fantasy genre, their stories captivating audiences worldwide. Think of films like Excalibur, a tale steeped in Celtic mythology and symbolism. Or consider Mel Gibson's Braveheart, capturing the spirit of Celtic warrior pride. Shows like Game of Thrones owe a debt to the Celts, drawing upon their mythology, folklore, and visual motifs. The series' popularity speaks to the enduring power of Celtic storytelling. The ancient Celts left behind a legacy as intricate and enduring as their knotwork designs. Their bizarre rituals, born of a worldview vastly different from our own, continue to fascinate and at times repel, offering a glimpse into a time when the boundary between the natural and supernatural was blurred, and the spirits of the land were as real as the trees and stones. The enduring mystique of the Celts lies in the fragments of their story that have survived the passage of time, the tantalizing glimpses into their beliefs and practices gleaned from archaeological discoveries, secondhand accounts, and the echoes of their culture that reverberate in folklore, language, and tradition. Their story is a tapestry woven from equal parts history, myth, and imagination, its threads stretching across centuries, connecting us to a past both familiar and utterly alien. In a world increasingly driven by data, logic, and the relentless pursuit of progress, the Celts offer a different perspective, a reminder that there are mysteries beyond our comprehension, forces at work in the universe that defy easy explanation. Their legacy is a call to embrace the unknown, to find wonder in the natural world, and to remember that the past, though gone, is never truly lost. It lives on in the stories we tell, the symbols we cherish, and the echoes of ancient wisdom that continue to whisper through the ages. The ancient Celts, a people shrouded in mist and mystery, left behind a legacy as intricate and enduring as their famed knotwork designs. Though their civilization crumbled under the weight of Roman legions, their spirit echoes through the ages, whispering tales of a world where magic intertwined with reality. Their bizarre rituals, often viewed as barbaric, were acts of deep faith, expressions of a worldview that saw the divine in nature. They sacrificed to appease the gods and ensure bountiful harvests. Their reverence for nature permeated every aspect of their lives. They understood the interconnectedness of all things, the cyclical nature of life and death. Though much of their history remains shrouded in mystery, the allure of the Celts continues to captivate. Their story invites us to peer into the mists of time and glimpse a world both familiar and alien. Today, as we navigate a world increasingly dominated by technology, where the natural world is often viewed as something separate from ourselves, the wisdom of the Celts whispers on the wind, beckoning us to remember our connection to the earth and to embrace the mystery that lies at the heart of existence. Their legacy lives on in the names of our days and months. They remind us that the past, though gone, is never truly lost. It lives on in the stories we tell, the symbols we cherish, and the echoes of ancient wisdom that continue to reverberate through the ages. The whispers of the Celts remind us to listen to the wind in the trees, to feel the earth beneath our feet, and to remember that we are part of something vast, ancient, and interconnected. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please like this video, subscribe to Untold Past, and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest explorations.